Thank you and welcome. I'm by the name Agri Kevin, and I'm going to talk about global health information. So I'll start from introduction, where the following are the outlines. Then I will go to global related factors, conclusion, and then reference. So in introduction, we are going to see about HIV and AIDS, where we found that human immunodeficiency virus is the retrovirus that weakens the immune system. Immune system of a person, when it weakens, it eventually leads to what we call AIDS, which is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. So there are several other ways that we want to solve the problem. One of the ways that everyone thinks of is about strengthening the healthcare system. It's a way of addressing global epidemic, but we don't forget the fact that we have to mitigate other determinants as well. Determinants such as health determinants such as environment, culture, social, and other economic factors. So before we talk more about globalization, let's see how one can get HIV viruses. First, we see body fluids which contain the viruses. We have the blood, semen, preseminal fluid, rectal fluids, vaginal fluid, and breast milk. How can someone get contaminated with those viruses from those fluids we have talked about? The first thing is sex without condoms, injecting objectives like sub-objectives that they are sharing, during birth and breastfeeding and contaminated blood transfusion. As we have seen from the case of HIV and AIDS, let's also have an overview about small overview about diabetes insipidus. So they are showing how the process they help in reducing the effect or the impact caused by the diabetes insipidus, where we found that this is where a person suffering from this disease passes a lot of urine, large volume of urine. They said if not managed, it can lead to death. So we have from the brain, which is the central nervous system, and we have posterior pituitary, the glands which are there. Then it goes back to the kidney, and then from the kidney again to the central nervous system. That's where the hypothalamus. So it's a process. We have seen that it's tried to increase urine to decrease the release of these hormones. They are going down to decrease the amount of urine that is passed by this patient, so that not a large amount of urine can be passed, so that it can enable the person to retain a lot of water instead of giving it out. So let's talk about globalization related factors. In this place, we are going to talk about international travel, international trade, and worldwide communication. So international travel involves the movement of people from one country to another. As we have seen, this can contribute to spread of diseases. As people are moving from one area to another, they can move a disease from one place to another. International trade also involves the exchange of goods and services between countries. As we have seen, countries are trying to import and export goods and services. This is also one of the globalization factors that we are going to see how it is going to affect HIV and diabetes. We have also another one called worldwide communication. Communication involves the different how people connect, share, relate, and mobilize. This involves across geographical, political, economical, social, and cultural divides. we are going to see how it is going also to affect diabetes and HIV and AIDS. Let's start by HIV and AIDS. As we have seen, international travels involves the movement of people. You see, a good example is that HIV and AIDS, the first person to be infected was in San Francisco. And then from there, you can see, like almost all over the world, people are suffering. Each country has cases of HIV and AIDS. This means that the movement of people from that country to other different countries who have been contaminated with the viruses, they spread to other parts of the country, of other countries, I mean. In international trade, this is now the exchange of goods and services. You know, when people are exchanging goods and services, there is this kind of movement from one place to another. Maybe services, it can be, maybe there is service providers who are moving from one country to another so that they can provide the services that were asked for. To that extent, you can find when this trade is taking place, it can also contribute to the spread of HIV and AIDS, whereby those people who are contaminated, they can get into contact, and maybe through the other things like sexual intercourse and other issues, they can contradict the disease. About worldwide communication, we have seen how people share, relate, and mobilize. As we have seen now, people are socializing in different ways in social medias, in different platforms. This comes where people can network, and maybe to that process they can engage in some sexual intercourse or other activities that can create to a spread of the disease. Let's also look about diabetes. As you have seen, diabetes also can be contradicted by international travels. So as we have seen, we have two kinds of diabetes, and we have seen how the one is when the sugar level is high, and another one is when the sugar level is low in the body. As we have seen, as this international movement of people, when people move from one country to another, they can influence maybe the kind of foods people are taking in the place they are traveling to. This can also contribute to the increase of diabetes in that area, whereby maybe an area, a culture, for instance, which they don't practice sports, they don't do those healthy foods, maybe they take junk foods and so on. So to that extent, this movement of people also contributes a lot. Now, when we say about international trade, exchange of goods and services, as we have seen, exchange include the imports and exports of services to different countries. As you have seen, there are countries, maybe because of relationship they have with other countries, they are manufacturing foods, maybe with maybe oil, and they want a market to another country because they are maybe friends, or they have a kind of good relationship. They sell their product to that country. So when people consume their products, they are likely to contradict the disease. An example is the consumption of oil, as I've said. Another factor which is also important is about worldwide communication. This is how people connect and share, relate, and so on. So you see, the way people are talking about a certain disease, how it is spread. Some can have myths about a certain disease. Maybe they are not informed. There is no good information they have about the disease, maybe diabetes, for instance. So this one, because of sharing, maybe on some platforms, it can cause the effect whereby people are not aware of exactly what causes that problem. So to that extent, this communication also, if it's not effective about a certain disease like diabetes, it can also have an impact that will encourage the spread of disease. So let's move on. This is a graph whereby it's showing us the number of people who have been affected with HIV by region. We have different regions, as you can see here. There are different Southern Asia, North America, and so on. So as you can see, the cases from 1990, they are keeping rising day in, day out to 2017. So to move on, let's talk about how globalization has changed the method of disease control. So international efforts are underway, as we know, to treat the emerging infectious disease. We have international control plans, which is now involving universities, non-governmental organizations, without forgetting the fact that the sovereign countries are acting like primary actor in the process of reducing the diseases. So let's talk, see how they have changed. We see the introduction of travel restrictions. So there is a way they restricted people from moving to certain areas which are affected so that they can't contradict the diseases. We have talked about vaccination or immunization provided before you travel, like we see like those countries which are prone to yellow fever. We found that before you travel from that place to another country, you have to get yellow fever injection. We also have screening and health check at the airport and borders to ensure that the diseases are not moving from one place to another. They are different ways that or different mechanisms that have been put in place whereby people are screened at the airport or in the border before closing. In conclusion, we found that globalization has impact on health of a given people, as we have seen that if the people are able to move from one place to another in maybe socialize, get worldwide communication and so on, it has impact on their health because you can find they can contradict diseases. We have seen globalization has also changed in method of controlling disease, whereby, as we have seen, there are so many ways that have been put in place to cope up with the infectious disease that is growing. We found that every World Health Organization, private sectors, NGOs, they are now putting new strategies to avoid the spread of diseases, maybe by synthesizing, creating awareness, and also conducting seminars, and also through mass media and other ways they are using in order to help the people to get information about those diseases and their control. This is where the information was retrieved from to make this presentation. Thank you for having time with me. I hope the information is going to impact us post-free. Thank you very much.